Right, good morning and welcome. This is the beautiful game. We started in quite an unusual way. Well, that's because it's a very special Saturday morning. Welcome to the first episode of the Ember month, September. How is it? Is it going to be a September to remember? Well, it depends. If you're in Chelsea, you might not remember anything because Champions League, you know day. Europa, you know day. What's that conference? You know day. Okay, Carabao, you day. You can manage that one. Well, and then for other clubs like Liverpool, Champions League, nada. Europa, well, that's what you have to manage. My name is Mike Messikeno. Let's get straight into the show for this morning. I've got Toyosi here with me, and of course, Hafiz. Guys, how you doing? Great to have you guys. You're welcome.
Very day now.
Yeah, just
waiting Inter Miami and Marseille and Liverpool.
Okay.
Champions League now. How are you guys like?
No AFC Champions League.
Yes, the AFC Champions
For
League.
PS2.
Where you select your teams.
Well, all right, but let's get straight into it. We're starting with transfer window. I'm talking about the transfer rumors here. And the transfer window just closed yesterday night. Funny enough, this transfer window, there was no shocking move. It seemed like it was not like your regular transfer. It wasn't crazy.
It wasn't buzzing at all.
Yeah, it didn't buzz. It wasn't crazy. I mean, think about it. Remember the transfer windows of them, all those Odewinge days, when Odewinge drive go, was it Kipia? They don't get gates around.
Welcome back.
Come back, yeah.
We don't want to. But I think it's because of there were a lot of cancelled deals this time.
Yes.
Deals that almost were
Yeah,
about
Palina was
to
cancelled.
go through, and then
was
they just fell
cancelled,
through.
you know.
All right. But let's see. Baka did some business in the transfer window. João Felix, of course, that's the major story coming out from Baka. He has finally gotten his move because it seemed like, look, himself and Diego Simeone, nothing. It was an irreparable rift that had happened between the coach of Atletico Madrid and, of course, João Felix. But now, João Felix has signed for Barcelona. Good move?
Yeah, very good move for me. I think he has the style of Barcelona, you know, the tiki-taka style. Going to Atletico Madrid that first year when he left Benfica was a very, very bad move, you know, because you see this guy, he knows how to play possession kind of style, could run, could create. Yeah. He's not your typical number 9. He's more like an SS. Yeah. And what Barcelona, he can also play on the flanks. We saw what he did at Chelsea, running through the middle, running through the flanks. But now at Barcelona, there's no Fati. I think the only left winger they have there is Ferran Torres. Yeah. And maybe Abdi has gone to Betis also. So basically, he's not coming.
So that was my issue. That was my issue actually with the João Felix move, because I'm like, you have two natural wingers, Fati and Abdi, but you ended up losing them for someone who is not a natural left winger. So maybe I was discussing with someone last night. I was like, okay, maybe he can move up to that kind of Thierry Henry role, you know, that he invited. So maybe João Felix can play that role for them. But this time it's not going to drift.
No, it's going to be like same thing Pedri does. Whenever Pedri plays that left-hand side of the midfield, it doesn't stay out wide.
Barcelona actually lost a lot and they've not replaced yet. They are still believing in that 16-year-old Lamine Yamal. But come on, it's going to be a long season.
Definitely.
Look at Pedri. Pedri's injured. Who knows what's in store for Yamal? So you need to replace naturally who you have sold or who you've let go.
So, but the point is that João Felix is a good move for Barcelona. That's
very good.
He is.
Hold on, they've announced him. Moving on from João Felix now, Randall Kolo Muani has moved to PSG. He fought for this move from Eintracht Frankfurt. He told them, he came out, he put a public statement, he missed training, which is what people were expecting Harry Kane to do all those days. If you want to leave,
you sure it's you can't keep an unhappy player.
You understand?
No,
but that's it. PSG have finally signed Randall Koeman, and PSG look like a team now. Not some players and then you put superstars on. They look like a team.
That's actually France's front three. If you look at it, that's France's front three. Kolo Muani, Ousmane Dembele, and Kylian Mbappe. So now players, they have depth as well. On that, Bradley Barcola is there, Asensio is there, Ugo Ekitike is still at PSG. Kangin Lee, also there.
Ekitike, I thought he was meant to leave.
He didn't
fell through.
West Ham came in late but couldn't sign him.
Yeah.
I'll be looking to January.
You just saw it there. Sofiane Amrabat has signed on loan for Manchester United. He always wanted to sign for Manchester United.
He just wanted to sign for big teams.
This is another player that went on strike too. He was training alone. Fiorentina said they didn't even put him on the list of their players. So, he just wanted Manchester United. Other teams came in. Nottingham Forest came in. Barcelona were there too. Teams from Saudi. But he said he wanted Manchester.
He said he wanted Manchester United. He spoke about it. His performances for Morocco are not the same as when he's at Fiorentina. That's something that you have to understand. That's why I have a little bit of doubt about the player. In Morocco, Jude was excellent. Jude was in contention for the best midfielder at the World Cup.
Yes.
It was all action. Yeah. But he doesn't. In Fiorentina, he doesn't seem to. Well, maybe it might be about the way he's being played.
Being played, yeah. Because I think what's the name of the coach here? He's a very fantastic coach. I think he deploys him more of like a DM and allows Unai go front. But in this Fiorentina side, it's more like okay, box to box.
He's the one playing the Unai role. Mandragora is staying as a DM for.
So basically, he's not good in that role of, okay, you running. It's the same way that you switch Kante from a DM to a box. But
that is how it's going to be at Manchester United now, because Manchester United already have a Casemiro. So if they're going to put...
They can play to destroyers, definitely. And then Casemiro is better with the pass.
Creativity, they're going to lose some creativity.
Because now they have 3 attacking midfielders. They have
Eriksen,
Bruno Fernandes, they have Mount, and they have Christian Eriksen. Do you understand? So if you are going to play a double pivot, there should be one. At least one AM. So who will be the AM now?
And definitely your skipper is Fernandes. So you only have somebody to push up front a little bit, which is going to be Amrabat. But hopefully they cover for his mistakes.
For banter's sake, Mike, sorry. For those that are saying, my fans, I have them saying Enzo Fernandez was signed off a World Cup performance. They just signed somebody off a World Cup performance too. So we'll see what that's going to give. Though Enzo was more expensive. But now, let's see what...
Let's be there's no
He's on loan, but it was not his Fiorentina's performance.
Yes.
They actually guaranteed this move. It was World Cup performance.
True, but like I said, for Manchester United, there's not so much of a big 10 million euro loan. And an option to sign, which they don't have to take.
Nah, it's a change.
So for me, it's not a risk as compared to.
It's more like a cover.
Yeah, but the one that really that is closer to us here is Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi has signed for Fulham, and I'm surprised because this is one of the players who did their best to keep Everton in the EPL.
2 seasons straight.
Yes, 2 seasons straight
before
and last season.
I don't want
one of
to
their best players.
Anybody, but
well, why did he move to Fulham? Why do you think he moved to Fulham?
I don't want to disappoint anybody, but Mike, I have to say, I think this is the season where Everton will go down because.
Yeah, like why did
they are preparing for it already?
He's not replaced.
Neil Maupay also left.
Neil Maupay has gone to Brentford. Okay, they signed Beto from Udinese. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is in and out.
Enjoyed
that creativity that you're about to mention for Iwobi is no longer there. Danjuma,
the energy that he brings,
Danjuma
is an average player as well. So
very, very average.
I think this is the season where Everton.
But Iwobi just went back to London, in my opinion. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, he grew up in London. So going to Fulham is a very, very good option for him. He's going to be seeing experience because most times when you see Iwobi on his Instagram after football, he snaps with his parents, his sisters, like okay. The family came to watch. So now he's back in London after moving to Merseyside 4 years ago. So I believe it's a very good move for him. He has finishers at Fulham. You have Jimenez, you know. So a very, very good move for me, in my opinion.
All right. Okay, so let's move over from this now. Just before we get into the transfer windows, phone lines will be open, and of course our WhatsApp number. Our WhatsApp number, you can send in messages, right, as 0802 0815 That's our number on WhatsApp. You can start sending messages about the transfer window. We're talking about transfer window. How did your club perform? All right? How do you think they perform? How do you think they should have? Could they have done better? Let's take a look at the club overview. Who are the winners? Winners and losers of this transfer window. Okay, let's talk about it. Winners. And while you send your messages, we'll take your messages. We'll take your calls later, but we can take messages.
Winners,
now.
Barcelona for me.
Barcelona. Yes, João Cancelo and Felix.
On a very low budget.
Good loan.
On very good.
You only spent about 3 million.
And interesting is that both of them had to take pay cuts.
About 25%.
For FFP. You know, they have to take pay cuts. So, look, you know that Barcelona are in a very, very terrible financial situation at this point in time. And so, for me, they do have a squad that can challenge.
With the Champions
Looking at their group at the Champions League, it's not going to be like last season. Last season, they had Inter, they had Bayern in the same group. But this time around, looks like a group that they come. And once you pass the group stage, it's two matches.
2 matches.
And anything can happen.
Yes.
So, Barcelona look prime this season, like they could go all the way and all of that. So good for them. Winners in the transfer.
This might be surprising to.
Which other winner?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Chelsea because Toyos is looking at me one way. I think Chelsea because at the end of last season we were looking at how are they going to offload these players. You know, they can't fit into one team. How are they going to offload these players? But look at early transfer window. They were selling like uncontrollably. Okay, the likes of Mendy left. Koulibaly left, Ziyech is gone, Romelu Lukaku, the saga went on and he eventually left. So they could...
They wiped out a lot of people.
If Kepa left...
I see have a reservation.
For the outgoing sake, I think Chelsea...
But incomings, they are not impressive. You're bringing youth... See, even Arteta, who uses youth, knows how to mix. Xavi, who uses youth, now is bringing experience. Lewandowski is 34 or 35 now. that front three of you have these La Masia boys, but you mix experience. Chelsea do not have experience. Only this man up front.
Thiago Silva.
No, Thiago Silva at the back. Then you have this Sterling up front. Others are who? Jackson, experience. Show me that experience.
So you see something, like I said we can be sure of Chelsea's season after at least 6-7 matches.
Exactly.
We've seen them against Liverpool. It was, I think it was Liverpool, how bad they were. Then we saw them against
Luton.
Okay, yes, they knew how to
then
dominate.
Their Carabao
Sterling
Cup.
looks like a Carabao Cup was just rubbish for them.
Was rubbish.
Because against Wimbledon, Team B is a problem. They had to call back on some of the team. But I feel like the jury is still out on Chelsea. Let us see how they go.
I think they're in transition.
No, it's not. They are in transition. They wiped up almost everybody. Let's see how it goes.
Sure.
How about Liverpool? Look at transfer market. Liverpool signed Ryan Gravenberch in the final die moments of the transfer window.
Well, I think they performed below par for me.
Below par.
Losers for me.
You know why I said they performed below par? For a 31-year-old, you received 150 million euros offer. Why don't you just run at it? Salah next year will never get 100 million euros.
They will not replace Salah, Toyosi. They will not replace Salah.
Okay.
Salah has always proved to be like a lightning, a spark in Liverpool's attack.
Why would Salah win?
When Liverpool are having a dull time,
why would Salah win for them with this their squad? Their squad is very thin. They don't have quality. So Salah will only get individual awards this season for me. There is not going to be any team or collective award, maybe winning a trophy. So for me, I believe Liverpool fluffed it for me. Allow Salah leave 150 for a 31-year-old.
And no, they talk that
you can even
plunge from 4th.
You can never buy this. I mean, you can never get this offer again.
But Salah will still
if they let him
Salah will keep Liverpool in the top 4 race, don't you think?
Yes.
Salah will keep Liverpool in the top 4 race.
But
But selling Salah
win?
on the deadline day will be very bad for Liverpool.
See, look, there's a problem.
They have gotten the offer since.
For me,
They have gotten the offer since.
Yeah.
They stalled it.
Yeah.
If they said they could have pushed as much as 200.
Yeah.
If they push Salah for 200, then they can start thinking of, I don't know.
Investments.
For me, maybe Ansu Fati, because there was talk about Ansu Fati even
coming to the
favoring
Premier League,
even if it was on loan. For let's see how he does half season. You still have the money January.
Buy anybody.
You can hit it to the window.
And there's
And
something that
you're
Liverpool
playing
can do.
Europa
They can
with
even
200
work
million.
big clubs. They
Yes,
can work
with
big clubs
200
and
million.
they can go for Valverde. So if they want to.
You know, but well.
They are losers.
All right, we have this message that
replaced
says,
that
I heard that Mason Greenwood signed for Getafe. Yes. Mason Greenwood signed for Getafe, but Manchester United will cover at least 50% of the salaries.
I think that's fair. Because
fair.
Getafe are not really, rich. And you know, the FFP rule in Spain is very hard.
Okay, and then he will return. That's what a number of people, because
I doubt
in
it.
fact,
I doubt it.
well, it's a loan move. It's a loan move.
But I
And,
doubt
they
he'll
have
return
said
to
that
United's
he will
first
return 2024. Because let me tell you, remember what happened during that? Man U actually had put up a report together that they were going to keep him. But it was the backlash from the female team and then people that said they were not going to play for Man U and all that. And they said, okay, let us look at the end. And for me, they were wise, because look, football is about the fans. If there was just so much backlash, like, let's calm down. Let him go there and play. He might just come up. Okay, let's see how we. Okay.
They have
let's
still not
take him
given
back.
his just
But it's a
number
loan.
to anybody.
Yes, he's a loan. He's still a part of Manchester United. Manchester are still paying. Salary.
They've not given
for
his just
Getafe.
number to anybody.
Yes,
So
wonderful.
he still
Okay,
has it.
this is Christian. Christian says, I think Chelsea are ready for the season. We have a nice transfer market so far. We expect good result from them. No excuse from
nice,
the coach.
But it's a young squad. You should not expect so much.
You cannot
It's a
finish
very
in
young
top
squad. You have the likes of Leslie Guchukwu in midfield,
Chukwuemeka.
Chukwuemeka,
And injury.
Gallagher.
Anything can happen. This is from Xavier. Xavier from Oworoshok. He says, okay, this was another message. Xavier says, I think Manchester United have what it takes to win right now. Win what? Yeah, you're not specified to win what? Because Amrabat can also play. He says because Amrabat can play a defensive role, and we hope. Rasmus Højlund. We'll talk about that when we preview Arsenal versus Manchester United. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Rasmus Højlund, give us what we hope for. Rasmus Højlund is.
He's not Haaland.
They are still open.
He's not Haaland.
Højlund is not Haaland. The statistics are there.
The statistics are there. He scored 9 goals last season.
Bro, and you paid 80 million for this dude.
Okay.
And they will
Peter
tap the big
Skeleb
clubs.
from Maryland says that for me, Manchester City won the transfer window, and yes, they did win.
They did overspend.
Kovacic
They replaced
came in.
everybody.
They replaced everybody. I mean, now they have a Matheus Nunes came in.
Jeremy
Doku. For a Copama that went out and all of that. Look, and then Vardiol.
I saw what that guy
won.
did
in
his last match.
They won.
Very fantastic.
Yes, they won. They won. Okay. Hello. This doesn't give his name so that we can acknowledge you. Manchester United signing Amrabat was a very good move. I also think so. Yes. Yes. And Habib says, how can Real Madrid cope without Vinicius Junior? Real Madrid transfer window.
Now they are the losers. I was going to say they are big losers.
Big losers. Okay.
Madrid are big losers of this transfer window. Vinicius, for example, Benzema left, Oselu. for me, is not a replacement for Benzema. Rodrigo is the only one on the right flank. Okay, let's say Lucas Vazquez. They have sold Odriozola, so Carvajal is like the only right back.
You have Fran, what's his
Fran
name?
Garcia is a left back.
Oh, yeah, true.
So, Militao is injured. You have not replaced
Real Madrid
Militao.
are definitely losers in this
big
transfer.
losers.
They didn't sign replacements for these guys.
There's no striker in that team as much as I care. They are
Only
just
have
Bellingham. After 6 matches,
You go see him.
He go calm down. After 6 matches, before he scored the next goal, if he really like 20,
But
around
they
20.
have replacement for Bellingham.
He go
They have
calm down.
Camavinga.
No.
Yes.
For a striker,
What I'm
he's
saying is
talking about
he's
being.
now giving the goals now.
It's like his
You
own
need-
scoring.
They're winning
That's
1-0, 2-1. So what are you expecting?
It's going to be-
I think
it's going to
they don't
be-
know. They
it's
don't know
going to be a
what's
long
going to
season.
happen.
They are saving up for
Especially-
Kylian Mbappe.
Especially considering that the coach has already announced that he's leaving at the end of the season.
Exactly.
So it's going to be a very long
Atletico's
season for them.
resurgence also. Atletico has
7-0
become something else.
against Vallecano.
So Madrid should be very, very, very careful. No replacement for Militao. So you're left with just Rudiger and Alaba at the back. If anything happens to them,
All right. Okay, this is
the-
this is okay. He told us good morning. Mike. Okay, it's Mike. Mike from AIT Radio says he's a Liverpool fan. I think Liverpool are ready for the new season. Liverpool won the transfer market. We are winning the Premier League this season. Watch out.
No, it means Premier League 2.
no.
Premier League
Yeah,
2.
he's right. He's
My
right.
name is
now.
Mike.
He's right now. Didn't Liverpool sign Vardio?
Voila.
They signed Kylian Mbappe.
First of
They
all,
signed Van de Ven.
Konate is out injured. Van
Dijk.
Red card that.
Arnold.
Arnold is just trading cone.
It's a cone. Yeah.
No, just pass master. No defense.
Look,
pass master, no defense.
Alisson
Pass
looks
and
like, Alisson has started the season on fire. He put wonderful saves there up against Newcastle. But I told somebody something. Liverpool, Newcastle, I told somebody something. I said, if Newcastle, if that match was 11 against 11, Liverpool would not have won. And no, what I said. Until Klopp himself said it. If you want to doubt me, go and look at his post-match conference. He said 11 against 11, I don't think we would have won. Because it showed that Eddie Howe is still upcoming coach.
Sabi how to win.
Sabi, you get red card,
Straight
you
11
try
wins.
press, you try press, hold the ball, contain. What about the try press advantage? You see where Dan Bonds and all the rest of play. They got the form highline against Liverpool.
When we say that, if Salah catch time, you don't.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
They were playing
You're not
a
Arsenal,
highline.
you're not City.
They were playing a highline.
Underrating.
And then immediately it happened. Even when they put Nunes, it
They
was
just counter.
over.
They just counter.
Nunes, you see,
Speed. Yeah.
look, let me tell you, you're going to play a highline against a player like Nunes. Nunes will have chances and he'll score. The way it's hard for Nunes is when team sit back. Nunes will do nothing.
Yeah.
But look, they gave that thing on a platter. Newcastle just threw that.
Nunez and Osimhen are kind of similar because
Yeah.
but they have pace, they have that height. So, okay, you want to play eye-line. See, just play a true pass for both of them. They will feed.
Okay,
That's
very
the
fast. We have a request
Nunes and
here.
Osimhen are the same.
Similar,
Right?
I said similar.
Thank you.
We have a
Thank you.
request. Lawrence from Kodo says, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta transfer window. How do you rate it?
I would give him a
Balanced.
60, no.
Balanced.
60.
Okay.
for me.
All right.
Augustine
Augustine
didn't fail.
Augustine from Surrey says, I'm glad we signed another midfielder. There's no Jupiter will stop us from lifting the league trophy. YWNA. You never walk alone.
League trophy. Sorry,
First,
Energy
where is this confidence coming
If
from?
Jupiter won't stop there, Pluto will.
That's quite interesting. Okay.
A Neptune will.
All right.
Will.
Baka, yes. This is, you didn't tell me your name, but of course, we said it. Baka won this transfer window. He went on to mention Victor Roque, Romeo. Romeo for me is, I'm the
He
He has
No,
actually
no,
he has been very, very good. He has been
But-
very good in that midfield for them. Seriously. People did not expect that. But he has
How
been
many
very
matches?
good.
Oreo, you go still take one red card first. Come on, like
Well,
this.
Ori of Southampton, I know.
Yusuf has dropped his name. He spoke about Inigo Martinez free transfer. Gundogan, of course, free for João Felix, João Cancelo. Of course, loan where Baka is. I think their financial situation helped them win in the transfer window because they didn't get to spend money. They had to go for players.
I think they only spent 3
Unwanted
million.
players, man.
I know the players are the players that want to play for them.
They wanted to play for them, not players.
Not players you
that
know,
were
that
like,
they just
no.
want.
No, they
You
don't
know?
have options to play.
All right.
Are you serious? Cancelo never had option to play for us now?
Okay.
No, I never had.
All right. You know what happens?